Estos argumentos quisieron sostenerlos durante mucho tiempo, pero ni las mentiras de la CIA podían borrar lo que aquellos lugareños habían visto. Pero la verdad tenía que salir a la luz, y varios de los testigos pelearon porque esta historia sea de público conocimiento. Así fue como empezaron a filtrarse imágenes y videos de los restos que se encontraron en ese terrible incidente, que claramente evidenciaban que no se trataba de monos, ni de perros, ni maniquíes. Lo primero en aparecer fueron imágenes que Kodak certificó como originales, y esto permitió hacer reconstrucciones e investigaciones mucho más profundas. Las primeras conclusiones a las que se llegaron es que el ser encontrado no era compatible con ningún ser humano, ya que no presentaba intestinos ni genitales. Pero la historia realmente cambió cuando se filtró un sorprendente video, grabado en calidad de la época, que muchos opositores a esta teoría dijeron que se trataba de un montaje y diversos argumentos para ocultar lo que verdaderamente estaba pasando en esta base de operaciones secretas de los Estados Unidos, el Área 51. Desde el caso Roswell en adelante, se afirma que es un sitio preparado para estudiar tecnología extraterrestre y que todos los avistajes y diferentes casos no llegan al público por ser absorbidos por esta base ultra.
Thanks to groundbreaking lie detection software built on artificial intelligence, eyewitness testimony can now confirm the military spiked the story of a crashed flying saucer in Roswell and silenced all the witnesses. But what about the aliens seen following the crash? The AI confirms the government carried out an autopsy, but some eyewitnesses report having seen them alive. So, how did they die? Someone who claims to have shared in this secret is photographer Jack Rodden.
Jack Rodden was a famous Southwest photographer throughout New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, back in 1947. During World War II, he had a security clearance with the FBI, which extended to the Roswell Army Airfield. It was his son, Jack, who described to us that on one occasion, his father was called out during the middle of the night.
I quizzed him about it. I want to know what was really going on, what happened. And he said, just 3 words, they killed it. And I asked him, what do you mean, they killed the story? And he wouldn't deviate. He just said, they killed it.
Many researchers and investigators believe he was talking about they killed it, meaning the alien.
Is Rodden claiming the government deliberately terminated the aliens in order to experiment on them?
I heard reports that they were taking blood tests, doing an examination. They may have accidentally killed the alien while doing the examination, not meaning to.
For the very first time that we're aware of, we were confronted with a higher life form, a more intelligent species, and that we would treat it like a laboratory animal. And then we would just dispose of it, dispense of it, that we would kill it.
Can Jack Rodden's disturbing claim be trusted?
And he said, just 3 words, they killed it. And he just said they killed it.
The lie detecting software predicts this is false.
It doesn't surprise me Jack's testimony came back false, because I never would believe that our government having possession of an alien life form, one that's alive, that they would do anything but try and keep this alien being alive.
If this is false, you have to wonder, where did it go? Is it still out there?
Then, in 1995, a British film producer releases a piece of footage which appears to clarify what happened and confirm the fate of the aliens at Roswell.
Ray Santilli produces what he claims is film of an alien autopsy. He acquired this film from a cameraman who did a number of jobs for the military. It's a grainy, black and white piece of footage, allegedly taken in 1947.
A cameraman says that when they first arrived at the site, he said the creatures were all laying by the side, and after a few hours, when the military moved in, the instruction was to move away all the loose debris and the creatures.
This becomes headline news all around the world.
It is some of the most shocking footage anyone has been exposed to on planet Earth, on any television screen, anywhere.
When he tells you that the camera had no zoom facility, when he tells you that he was wearing the same outfit as the surgeons, you know, when he says that these cameras had a fixed focus and that, you know, when they moved in, that then there was no way of controlling the focus, and you just have to accept it.
Now we can put Santilli's extraordinary claims to the test using our AI truth verifier.
I am going to be absolutely intrigued to see what the AI comes up with here.
But the other question is, well, why isn't it a fixed camera? Why isn't it a camera fixed above looking at the body? Well, surgeons were bending over it all the time, and the only way you can get to see these things is by moving around.
The AI software predicts the Ray Santilli footage to be fake.
I have to say, I am not surprised.
When I watched this footage when it was released, it looked really weird. It was as if they were trying to show something but not show anything, just to keep you on the hook, believing that something was really happening.
Santilli himself has since admitted to faking the footage, claiming it was a copy of the authentic material.
It's hard not to consider the possibility that this whole thing was an effort to sort of pull the rug out from under the Roswell witnesses who were coming forward and muddy the waters of the entire case.
Could this mean the real motive behind the fake is a dark plot against all witnesses who stepped forward? The only people who can answer that are the people responsible for the original cover-up, the U.S. government.
This is a single subject briefing today on the release of an Air Force report titled The Roswell Report, Case Closed.
Or is it? In July 1997, the U.S. government comes out with what it calls its final report to shut down the Roswell conspiracy theories once and for all.
In Russell, CNN headline news. Half a century ago, residents near Roswell, New Mexico, reported a UFO crash.
The sensational story spread among the locals, and today it is the stuff of national legend. So what really happened? The U.S. Air Force is about to tell us what it says happened. We're going over to the Pentagon now, where Colonel John Haynes of the U.S. Air Force will tell us
Good afternoon,
what
ladies and
happened.
gentlemen. Let me read my prepared statement.
After 50 years of denials, 50 years of maintaining the wreckage found by Mac Brazel was simply a downed weather balloon, the U.S. government admits there was a cover-up. But the new official truth mentions nothing about a flying saucer or alien bodies.
What was recovered near Roswell, New Mexico in July 1947 was debris from a formerly top-secret Army Air Forces research project, codenamed Mogul.
What the government admits to covering up is a top-secret Cold War program that used high-altitude air balloons to detect Russian nuclear tests. The balloons included listening devices and radar reflectors.
Mogul was an attempt to acoustically detect Soviet nuclear blast and ballistic missile launches. Mogul used an odd assortment of equipment carried aloft by a balloon train more than 600 feet long. This balloon train consisted of 25 balloons, attached acoustic devices, and several radar reflectors, which looked like box kites. We're confident once the report is out and digested by the public that this will be the final word on the Roswell incident.
They release a story. What you saw fall down in the New Mexican desert was just one of these more advanced weather balloons. That's all it was.
In 1947, it was the misidentification of these radar reflectors that is most likely the famous flying disc.
Well, that is utter nonsense, and anyone who still believes that is only arguing the UFO position because they refuse to accept that it was something extraordinary.
Mas vocês já viram um vídeo real do caso Roswell em 1952.